Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Stampin' Chat Live. I'm Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you coming in from all around the world. Tonight we're going to have some fun because we're going to play with the new Sunshine Die cover plate. That was from our last release, and I haven't had an opportunity to make any cards with this, so I thought it would be fun to use this one along with some of those backgrounds that you know how often I say, when you don't have any mojo, just sit down and play and get inky and do background techniques or do die cutting. Well, tonight I'm going to be using some of those background technique panels that have been just sitting in the box, and I'm going to try to make something with this die plate. So before we get into it, let's say hello to Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hey, everybody.
How are you?
I'm better than horrible. And we are with the after dinner, crafter dinner crowd, right?
The crafter dinner crowd. Yeah, and just to let everybody know, we are expecting some very bad storms to come through here. We are in that path of all the scary storms. They're not supposed to come until a little bit later, so we're hoping we're done in time and can get out and get home in time. But for anybody who is in the path, we're thinking about you. Stay safe, get in the basement. Bring your iPad down there and watch along down there as long as you have internet. Oh my goodness, the Midwest has been firing up, huh?
Yeah, even this time last week we had quite the Wizard of Oz ride home last week.
Oh, we did, yeah. We were flying home with hail and everything. It was crazy, but stay safe out there. Somebody just said, Nicole said it just blew through La Crosse. So it's on its way here. But so far the internet looks good. We're at 1080, right, Tom?
Yes.
Okay, good. So hopefully we're streaming well and things stay status quo. So let's get into it while we have the time. So this is the die plate that I'm going to use, and it's our brand new Sunshine cover plate. Now, some people say, what's the difference between a die and a cover plate? A cover plate is a die. It's just that it covers a good portion of your card. So, you know, there's different ones that you've seen in our collection. It kind of gives you that whole background. It's not like a small die where you cut out a word or, you know, a flower or something. This covers the whole card, so it's called a cover plate. And our cover plates, we have a couple different sizes. We have the A2 size, which actually coordinates with our master layouts too. And we have a couple of them that are mini slimline, which coordinate with our master layout 7. So these all work with master layouts too. So you can cut out this cover plate, and then you can use the plain rectangle from master layouts 2 to create a shadow layer behind it. So I have cut a couple of these out. I cut 2 of them out because I do like to layer them together. I think it's fun to have them a little bit thicker when you're going to do a technique like I'm going to do tonight. And I don't know if there's an up and down on here, but they look pretty good. That looks like it matches up pretty good. So I've cut this out from 80-pound white cardstock. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these 2 together with some Connect glue. And you don't have to glue every single part of this. You can if you want. You can just do dots kind of going down like that if you want. Or you can do the skinny line going down if you want. But you don't have to cover the entire, area there of those sun rays. You can just do skinny lines or dots going down. So I'm just going to do skinny lines here. It goes a lot faster. I'm going to get a little gluey here. And then I have a bunch. I was looking through my box of bits and pieces, and I think I've shared that box before. Well, what I like to do is when I don't have any mojo, I might want to just try a bunch of techniques. Like if you watch some of Jennifer McGuire and Gina K tag team techniques, we do a lot with background stamps. We did a whole one with embossing folders where we showed you all kinds of things that you can do with embossing folders. And those are all great backgrounds that you can make when you don't have any mojo. But sometimes they just sit in the box for a while and you think, when am I ever going to get to them and what am I going to make with them? So tonight I dug through the box and I'll show you a bunch of different ones and I'll tell you what some of the techniques were called from these. And then I think we should use these. Now sometimes, after you cut out a die, you just got to kind of work the little frays that are in there. Get rid of those. And then, like I said, you can cut a plain rectangle with master layouts too. And then you can layer that on top. So you're going to have this over black. Okay? So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I do. I mean, some of you do alcohol ink backgrounds, and we've done the embossing folders. We've done all kinds of inking techniques. This is also a great technique if you've got a lot of pattern paper laying around and you just want to make use of it and you want to move some of it along. I don't have a lot of pattern paper because I make a lot of my own patterns, so I thought it would be fun to dig through the box and see what I had. But if you've got a lot of pattern paper, then you don't even have to worry about it. You can just go through your pattern papers, find some that coordinate, find some that do not coordinate at all. It doesn't matter how you do this, it's gonna look cool no matter what you do. Okay, so we're putting together our little background here that we're gonna work with. And then I'm a little gluey, so we're gonna pop that over. Now, glue is very forgiving because if you don't get it right, you can move it around. However, it's also slippery, so if you do have it right, sometimes it moves. So just take your time and try to get it in the right position. And then if you have any little frays of white, you can always just kind of scratch them out with your pick and stick tool and then blow them away. That happens. There's nothing wrong with the die. It's just, sometimes I have my die cutting machine set a little too tight, especially with these cover plates because there's a lot of surface area. And so sometimes you get a little bit of fraying here and there, but that's okay. You can just blow that away. All right, so we have that one. Now, I made a couple others too. I was playing with this, so I made a couple of them. And I thought this by itself is pretty cool looking. I mean, I think that's a cool background. But let me show you some of the background pieces that I found in my box here. So I was just digging through, and this one, I just showed a little technique of how you can take our rubber background stamp that has the stripes, it's the stripe background stamp, and how you can stamp it in one direction with one color, and then you can turn it a quarter turn and stamp it in the other direction with a different color and create a checked pattern. This one was wax paper, so I used waxed paper with this, and I used this with our rounded swirl stencil. I'll find all of these videos and I'll try to link them to the video so you can see where these patterns came from. This one I used re-inkers with photo paper. You can do this with glossy cardstock too. This one is really cool. I think I did this in our embossing folder video with Jennifer where I did the double embossing technique where you emboss with one folder and then you go back and emboss with another folder and ink it up, and it creates all of that cool texture. These were also some embossing with your stencils. That's where these came from. This one was with Simon Hurley's stamping foam, and I used this with the tapestry, holiday tapestry embossing folder. This was just the reverse inking technique, the reverse stenciling technique where I used neon inks. This was just a rainbow, and I thought that was very pretty. These were bubble wrap cards. I did kind of a blue and green one here and then just an innocent pink or bubblegum pink using bubble wrap. This, I don't know, I was playing with this. This never made it into a video. Actually, what I did here was I took a white colored pencil and I just tried to draw some lines, and then I inked over it, and the white pencil resisted the ink and created a pattern back there. But I wasn't 100% sold on it, but it's good for if you want to cut it apart. This one, I used a stenciling technique where I spritzed it with water afterwards, and then I used a white gel pen and created all those dotted lines. And then this was just a plain stencil card that I did and I was working on. So what I'd like to do here is I'd like to find like 5 of them that I think are pretty together. So let's see. But I want them to be consistent. Like if I go with these, I really don't want to add this in there because I don't think it's going to match. However, I think these would look really good together, you know, because they've got that same feel. So let me see. I think I'm going to go with, I don't know if there's enough of this for the cover plate. There might be, but let's go with these. And then how about like this one? Because I think that gives us a lot of blues in there, but it also gives us some fun pinks. All right, so I'll pick these for now, although this one's really cool too. Let's go with this one. I feel like this one's a little bold compared to this one, and this kind of, I don't know, looks good together. All right, we'll start with these. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to die cut all of these using this die. There are 20 openings in this die. So you can do this a couple of different ways. You can either do 4 colors, 4 different patterns, and do 5 of each going around. Or you can do 5 patterns and do 4 of each going around. Or you can do 1 pattern and skip and leave some black. Or you can do 2 patterns and just alternate. You want to stick with something that's going to be an even division of 20. So 2 will work because you'll get 10. 4 will work because you'll get 5. Or 5 will work because you'll get 4. So I'm going to go with 5. I'm going all out here. And you'll see what I mean. If you're like having a little bit of trouble understanding what I'm even talking about, it'll all make sense. And the nice thing about this is if you cut 5 of these, you can make more cards than just 1 card because you're going to have extra pieces left over from each of these that you can keep going. All right, so I'll start by cutting this one. So I'm going to cut this one out. And I really do like to cut upside down, to be honest. I really like this, and then putting my colored cardstock on top. Now, if you're worried about it, you know, if you're worried about it like coming apart, because sometimes it happens, you could take a little masking magic and you could wrap it around the plate to make sure it doesn't come apart like that. So let's just do that for the heck of it. And this is blade side up, so I've got my platform down here and my cutting mat up here, because you don't want to cut into your surface, your platform, like I did. You can see I've cut into it many times, but you're not, you know, it'll last longer if you use the cutting mat instead. And the cutting mat's easy to replace because it's, you know, there's replacements and it's inexpensive. Now, you don't have to replace your platform if you cut into it by mistake. As you can see, I cut into mine a bunch of times and it's totally fine. All right, so I am going to pull this out here. I'm going to put this one back in. Did that one break? No. I lost one. Let me show you what this looks like. Let me just put these back. Okay. So there we go. We got it all there. So I'm just going to put this off to the side. And you know what we could do is we could flip it over if you want. We could flip it over onto this platform like this. And then, let me get this out of the way so I can show you this. To keep it all together, you can use a little bit of press and seal. Press and seal works great for this. Just has an absolutely terrible cutting thing, though. I don't like the way it cuts, but I love press and seal for so many things that I will suffer through it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a piece that's a little bit bigger than the the die cut here. And I'm going to lay this on top like this. And then I'm going to, you can pull this out if you want. You don't have to, but you can pull it out if you want. And this just leaves everything in place so you can kind of see where it is. Not necessary to pull it off though. I feel like I started, so I probably should finish it off to show you. But it just kind of keeps things in place so you'll know which pieces go where on your die cut when we start paper piecing this. I'm not going to do this to all of them, but I just want to show you that you can do this if it works for you. And then this is a good way to kind of store them. So if you don't use them all, but you want to make other ones later, you can store them on that press and seal, and it'll be very easy for you to just pick up where you left off and make other cards. All right, so I'm going to put this one aside, and then this could be used for another card. So let's not let this go, okay? My machine is set on pretty tight. It's set about -4 and then on die cutting, because this is a very big die. And whenever you have a big die like this, sometimes they're a little trickier to cut. So I just have mine set at -4, so it's nice and tight. Now the next one I'm going to cut is this one. This is a glossy photo paper, and it's very, I mean, it's the exact size of this. So for this one, I'm going to go back to my Masking Magic and just put this in place here so it doesn't jump out of the die. Because if it moves too much, we might not get all the pieces. And why not get all the pieces, right? All right, so I'm going to cut that one next. And good evening and welcome, everyone. It's great to see all of you. I get the feeling that we've got some people in losing power and stuff, too.
Quick question from Judy. She wants to know, when she scores her heavyweight paper, it cracks when she folds it.
So, I'll just direct you to my channel and just look up crack-free folding. And I have a whole video on how to do it. That's the best way for me to explain. Crack-free folding is the video, and it'll tell you everything that you need to know about scoring heavy cardstock so it doesn't crack. And I use our white to demonstrate. So, okay, I'm just pulling this Masking Magic off here because I cut the Masking Magic into the die cut, and that's okay. So I'm going to get another piece of press and seal so I can keep this one together. All right. Make sure I have it on the right side. Okay, there we go. I'm not going to take this one all apart. It's really unnecessary. I just wanted to show you that you could. All right, the next one I'm going to cut is, let's do this bubble wrap one. So I'll put that in there, and I am going to need some more Masking Magic since I cut that one apart. Just want to keep it all together and in place.
Question from Chris. What weight of paper do you use to build layers of dimension when die cutting?
I use 80-pound layering weight. Unless I'm doing something in color, then I use our 100-pound colored cardstock. The only cardstock I don't use is the 120-pound heavy base weight for that, because that's so heavy, you really don't need all of that. All right, so a few of them, I had some jumpers, so I'm going to quick put those back in. Here's my jumpers. And they definitely have a direction. I've picked up a couple and tried to put them in the wrong spot, and they certainly didn't work. Yeah, but the crack-free folding video is probably one of my most watched videos. Well, maybe not, but it's got a lot of views because it seems to be a problem with a lot of heavy cardstock, no matter what the brand. So hopefully that will help you. All right, so we'll get that all on there. Let's see if we can. It's stuck to the platform. There we go. And then if you have trouble getting it to release at all, just take your pick and stick tool or whatever jewel picker you use and just poke them out. It should come out pretty easily then. We can get rid of that. But we're going to keep all the inside pieces, and not that I'm going to use them tonight, but I can definitely use those for other cards because they're so pretty. All right, 2 more, and then we will be ready to start making this card. And welcome, everyone. I see more people coming in. Okay, this is another one that's very close to the edge. You can tell that I love this size card. This is the 3.5 by 4 3/4. So it is one of my favorite size panels to use. Yes, our next release, our May release, is next Tuesday, right at the end of the month. So we're very excited about that. Or June, yeah, it could be our June release. But we will have a June release in June. So it's going to be fun. I am very excited about this release. And I know I say that a lot, but I've been walking around showing a few people some cards that I made, and they are very excited around here for this release. There's some really interesting stuff in this release. Stuff that it's new, really new and fun. Okay. Tom saw a couple cards I made last night. Okay, so there's that one. And we're going to cut one more, and that is this one, my bubble wrap. Husband is a television hog. That's funny. Well, welcome, first-time watcher. It's great to have you here. All right.
Where can they get the press and seal?
Oh, you can get it at the grocery store. They have it pretty much everywhere. Grocery store. I mean, it's Walmart. It's over by like the saran wrap and the tin foil, the aluminum foil. Trying to be correct, because that's the way you really say it, right, Tom? Aluminium.
Aluminium, yes.
All right, I'm going to need one more piece of press and seal. Now, if you don't have press and seal, don't worry about it. Just, just take them out carefully and place them on a piece of cardstock. Again, there's no rush. Of course, you don't have to do this in an hour. You can take all the time you want. It is easy to get them out, though. Even with just your fingers. Okay. My fingers are stuck to the press and seal, though. Okay, let's just put those wherever. We can figure it out, too. It's not too hard to figure it out if something gets jumbled up a little bit. There we go. Good enough. This one wanted to stay in. So here is that background. These are so pretty, aren't they? They're so fun. Okay, so I think we have all we need for this card. And now I'm going to get rid of this die cutting machine and all the little bits and pieces that are all over it. Now I'm going to pick one of these, and we are going to start to paper piece this. So if you wanted to, you could be productive and you could do 2 at a time. Why not? So I think I'm going to do one where I fill in everything, and I'm going to do one where I only fill in every other one. So let's start here. And we'll start up at this top corner. So I'm going to, where are my tweezers? Here they are. I'm going to pick one. Doesn't matter which one, but whatever one I start with, I'm going to go around and do that same one every 5 spots. So I'm going to pop that in there. And then I think I'll put one in here, and I can pick a different one. So why don't I pick, I'm going to pick this one over here for this one. Just going to do them at the same time. I think this will be cool, and I'm going to be skipping on this one.
Question, can you use sticker card stock with this technique?
Oh, sure. You can use sticker cardstock. You can use whatever pattern papers you want. So for this one, now I'm going to try to alternate and do like pink and then blue. I'm going to do this because I don't want to have the same pattern, and this one over here also way up in this corner here is just like this one. They're both wax paper. I mean, they're both bubble wrap, so I want them to be different.
Will the new release be a kit or a bundle?
It's a kit. It's a full-blown kit. Now I'm skipping that, and I'm going to put this in here. So I'm skipping for this one. It's going to be black and pink. There we go. All right. Now for this one, I'm going to use this pink over here. Hopefully I'm going to have enough. I think I'm going to finish this one first just to make sure that I have enough, because I may end up not having enough for that, and that's going to have to look like a whole different card. But isn't this fun? Look how fun this is. Okay, so now for my next one, I'm going to use this over here. It does really help to have the tweezers, though, to pick these up and pull them off. Okay, and then I'm going to finish it up over here with, what am I missing? I did that, this one. So I guess they're going to be next to each other anyway. See, all that planning only to be foiled into a false sense of security. We're going to have bubble wrap next to bubble wrap, but I think it's going to look just fine. But isn't this cute? All right, now we're going to start over again. And you can put glue in a couple of them at a time if you want. The glue is not going to go anywhere. All right, so we've got to go back to this pink one again. We've got to find the right one. There we go. And then we got to go with this one. So that's up here. And then we've got to go with this one. And that's over here. And you can see how easy this is. It just creates, no, wrong one. It just creates this cool, almost like a quilted kind of pattern. Now I do think that there might be the sides might be different, but I'm not sure if they are. This one feels a little fat, but we'll jam it in there. It'll be fine. No, you know what? I think that these actually could be different, which is not the worst thing. You just flip it around. It'll be fine. Yeah, that one fits a little better. Okay, so there is an up and a down. That's good to know. So I did this one. Now I need this over here. Let me back out a little bit so you can see all the colors, because especially if you're watching on a big TV. So let's see. We need this one. The hardest part is going to be to figure out which one should go in the middle. All right, so that is that. And so now we need the dots again. I'm going to fill a couple more of these in. So we'll go with the dots down here. That's this one, I think. If I have to flip it, I'll flip it. It feels like a good fit. So dots, dots, and then pink dots again down here. Yeah. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So remember, every 5, they change. I mean, every 5, and you're starting over again. Ooh, I love this pattern. It's just cool to use the patterns, too. So this one, I'm gonna go here. See, I grabbed something weird and I'm missing that one over there. So how many of you have done paper piecing before? Have you done this? This is, I mean, cover plates are kind of newer. When I say newer, I mean kind of like they've been around for the last few years. But paper piecing, I remember doing paper piecing a million years ago where we would just stamp and cut out the design by hand. Remember those days? Push that in a little bit. Sometimes they don't fit as well as they should if you didn't line up your 2 layers as well as you should have, which could be my issue here. But I don't think so. I think I just used it up here and I should have used it down here, but it's okay. We got it pretty close in there, good enough. All right, so after that one is this one. Yeah, I think it's this one, but I don't think I could take this one out. Oh, I might be able to. Come on, let's do it. Let's see if we can do it. No, I don't think so. Maybe. I feel like it'll fit better. No, that wasn't even it. All right. Well, we're going back to this one again. How did I lose one? Aren't these the same? No, they're not. Did I drop one? All right, this one's going back in. Wish me luck. Maybe if it's thinner now, it'll go in better. It only has to be better than horrible. That's good. Okay, so after this dot is the pink dot again. I think that it might be me that maybe this is upside down. I'm gonna, I think maybe this one I didn't actually have perfectly straight when I put them together. I don't like that one. I'm going to take it out again before it dries. Okay, so let's see here. Did I use that one on the other side already? That's this one, right? So it would be down here. I think I used it already, so we got to make this one work. All right, we're going to make it work. Showing too much black for my taste. So I'm going to move it back toward the edge back here and not worry as much in here because I do have a big greeting that's going on. So I think that'll work just fine. Okay. So after this pink is this one again. I think I turned it upside down. It's this one. There we go.
Questions?
Yes.
How do you keep glue off the actual cover plate? Even a tiny spot can leave a glare spot.
Well, I'm not really going all the way. You can see here that I am really staying toward the inside. I'm not going all the way to the edge, so that helps quite a bit. I would say try to stay away from the edge as much as you can. Now let's see here. Will this one work?
And Sue wants to know what's the difference between a bundle and a kit.
So a bundle usually has a stamp set, a die set, and a stencil. And a kit usually has at least 2 stamp sets. Sometimes it has more than 2 if it's, you know, 2 smaller ones. It might have 3 then altogether. It'll have more than 1 stencil possibly. And then it will have lots of dies. I think our last kit had 3 die sets in it. So the kits are very big. They're gigantic. Our kits are a really good value. If you've never tried our kits, I know some of the people in the chat have, and they'll tell you it's a pretty good value. So look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love the way that looks. That is so fun. That is very fun.
Pulls you in.
It does pull you in.
Okay, question from Sherry. Will this cover plate cut over a foiled card?
Yes, it will. Especially if you're using something like toner paper or polyglaze. Okay, I think I'm going to put green in the center there. I like that one, but we could look at other ones too. We could look at this one. Oh, I don't know. What do you like, Tom? Did you like that green? Let's try this blue one. This blue one might be a little plain. Let's look at the green one again. Okay, which one? Who likes the green one? Green? Okay, a lot of people are liking green. All right. So I have a couple of greeting options here. We can either use a big hello word. This is so fun. It's really relaxing to do paper piecing too, like this. Okay. And then we could use a big hello over this. We could use this, you're an awesome friend. I do like that. That's really cute. Or we could make something unique, like we could do another circle and do some smaller die cut words on there if you want, but this is kind of cute. The hello, I feel like it's not going to hide those little black spots, but maybe we could.
Gina.
Yes.
Will you be coming out with a masculine card kit?
Eventually, yes. Okay, I'm going to use the hello. I think that's a good choice. Yes, I will be eventually. Now, I want to show you. I'm going to see if I can fill that in. All right, I'm going to get creative here. We'll see if it works. I have a white gel pen, and I am going to see if I could get in there and color that black in there. No, I don't think so. I could lift it up and color it. I feel like you can see it. Oh, man. No, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. We're not going to... Ooh, maybe if I just turn it upside down, maybe the hello will cover it. I think that's good. That's kind of deceptive. You don't see it as much with it upside down. Let's go with it upside down. I need a skinnier gel pen. This gel pen... Which one is this? This isn't even... Oh, this isn't the one I like. I like the Uniball Signo, and that has a little bit of a finer point. Okay, well, this is going to work fine anyway. So let's do this. Let's put this hello on here. Didn't think about turning it upside down, but that worked just great. Okay, so again, I'm going to put little dots on the back here. And this hello die is old. I mean, this was probably my very first word die, or at least one of the very first that I ever did. You guys know we have tons of word dies, but this is probably one of the first ones, and it's been super popular over the years. It's just that nice, big, bold thing that you need when you're doing like a background and you don't want to do anything else with it. Okay, let's find the spot. I think right there would be good. We can cover that. We can tilt it a little bit even. There we go. Oh, that's fun, isn't it? That is super fun. Now, we do have enough pieces here that we could do a haphazard one. I really do want to do one that is every other one just to show you. So maybe I'll cut one of these other ones and we'll do an every other one because we've got plenty of time. All right, now for the background paper, I feel like the color that is the most hidden in here, my opinion, I feel like the blues pop more than the pinks. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's try it up against some pink. So we've got bubblegum. I think this is bubblegum pink. So let's see how that looks. That would be it on bubblegum. And then let's look at it on jelly bean. Because the greens, I think with that green in the middle, jelly bean might be too much green. And then let's look at it on my favorite, sea glass. Sea glass. All right. So are you guys liking the pink? Oh, somebody said peach. You know, that could work. Do I have peach is the question. I do. I have a peach. Let's look. Let's look at it on peach. Peach. There's peach. So that brings out a little bit of this peach right here. This is more orangey. I feel like it might clash a little there. Yeah, I know. People are in the storms tonight. And we'll look at one more pink. We'll look at innocent pink. There's innocent pink. Might be a little too peachy pink. So I'm going to go with, people are saying green and sea glass. Oh my gosh, everybody's all over the place. People,
A lot of sea glass.
A lot of sea glass. That is pretty. That is pretty. What else do I have over here that I might be able to use sea glass on? Ooh, look at this one. I might be able to do this mix with this one. And then maybe go with pink on here. And then everybody will be happy because we'll have some pink and we'll have some sea glass. Let's do it. We'll do that. I know, that's going to make somebody unhappy. And I told you guys, I literally go home at night in my car worried that the people that wanted the other color are upset with me because I'm a weirdo. I know you're not. Okay, and then just a quick little tutorial on scoring. When you're scoring, make sure that you have your cardstock down, because this kind of answers the question about how to score cardstock. Make sure you have your cardstock down off of the edge here, down a little bit, and then sink your tool into the spot that you want to score. And don't go straight down like this, because you can cut the paper, which will make it look cracky. Do it on the side of your scoring tool and score it about 3 or 4 times, nice and deep in there. Then you're going to fold away from that because what you did was you pressed the fibers and stretched the fibers. And then use the back of your scoring tool to flatten that out. And you can see there is no cracks there at all. It's very smooth. So hopefully that helps. But there is that video on there called Crack-Free Cardstock Folding. And it's on my channel. You could just type in anywhere on YouTube, Crack-Free Folding Gina K, and that video will come up. You don't even have to be on my channel. If you just do Crack-Free Folding Gina K, it'll come up.
Not free crack.
No, not free crack. I'm surprised it didn't get flagged. Okay, so there's a card, a fun card. Now we'll do a quick one because we don't have to pick and choose, and I don't even have to press and seal really. We could either use this or we could use, I just have to look real quick here. Off to the side. We could use this if we wanted to go real bold. Let's use this one. And I'll tell you why. Because I do have a sample to show you that, well, you guys like this one, right? With all the texture. All right, let's do this one. Okay. I am noticing tonight that very few of our friends from Facebook are able to come in. I think that we might be having some issues with Facebook. I see Facebook, but I don't see everybody. So, okay. So once again, I'm going to cut this out. Now this is really soft paper because it's been double embossed with embossing folders, and it's got lots of texture on it, but that's okay. We're going to run this through. And I think the green will look good on the sea glass too. I like your way of thinking. Okay. And now I'm just going to pull that off and leave it right here on the platform. So let's go ahead and we're going to do every other one here. So this is going to go kind of fast. We're going to glue every other one.
Betty wants to know how she could sign up for the newsletter.
You can go to our website, and there should be, it should pop up. If you're not signed up, it should pop up and give you that option. Or if you go to Facebook and you go to our group, there's a place to sign up. I can also link that here in the description after the video if you're not able to find it. So sometimes it's tricky and it's sneaky and it hides. So I will do that. Oh, that looks so pretty. Look at that with all that texture. Isn't that pretty? I love that. All right. So I'm just skipping as I go. And this would be a very easy one to make two of because I'm skipping. And so my second card, I could just use everything that I skipped.
So off the top of your head, can you think of another cover plate that might work like this one? Or do you use symmetrical kind of?
I'm trying to think what other cover plate. Well, we've got cover plates that are like flowers and things like that, and you could definitely paper piece those with your pattern papers. Just take a look. Head over to our site, GinaKDesigns.com, and type in, well, there's a filter. Click on the filter and just filter it by die plates or cover plates. And you'll be able to see everything that we have. And you'll know, like you'll look at one and you'll go, okay, that has nice big openings. So that would be a good one. So you can see here, I'm just skipping. And I love the black in between. Isn't that fun? The black in between. It's so striking when you do that. Yeah, I can't think off the top of my head which ones. But I know that we've got them on there. And you'll know as soon, like you'll look at some of them and go, oh no, that would just take forever. There's a million tiny, tiny pieces. You want something that's a little bit bigger, a little bit easier to work with. I just have to remember not to glue in the spots that I don't want any. I'm going to flip this around. But this is, okay, this has been like run through so many times, it's almost like fabric. It's so squishy. But you can see it's super easy to put into place. I don't even need my, ooh. Let's make sure we get that. And then we can fix that. That's just because it's been double embossed. And I actually need glue in here for this little.
Do you know when the last newsletter was posted?
I do not. Just a few days ago, actually, I think I shared that that I was going to be on the Hero Arts YouTube channel, and I sent a newsletter out for that. So not very long ago. Sometimes people don't get the newsletter because their security settings are so high that their security isn't allowing bulk emails to come through, because bulk emails can also be spammy. So if you put news@GinaKDesigns.com as a contact, that can help a lot too. And also check your spam box, your junk. If you have Gmail, there's all those social and promotions. It might be in your promotions box because it's coming from a bulk email address. Okay, so I fixed that little goober. And look at that, every other one. Isn't that fun?
Bold.
Yeah, I love that. So this one, we could use this one. This is from our, it's that butterfly set. Flutterby Friends? I have to look and see what it's called. But I always put everything in our, you know, in the description. I always put everything, so I will get the name of all of this if I use this one. But you know, it might be fun to do another big word. Let's see if I have any. I have a bunch of big words cut out. In fact, I have, look at all my words cut out here. This is like, that was a crisis that I was going through, and I needed to do something, so I cut out a bunch of words. Let's see if thanks fits. Now, I don't think that it's going to work unless we do the center piece, because I think we need more of the green in there, and then we could do thanks. I don't know. I think that it's too dark, you know. We would need like a thanks and shadow or something like that. So let's go with this, and we'll pop it up, because who doesn't love "You Are an Awesome Friend" card? Who doesn't want to hear that?
You know, it'd be cool too if you, instead of the black, you used like a silver.
You mean for
cardstock.
the backing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or embossed. Big...
Other colors would be great. You know, if you wanted to do a real sunny one, you could use orange in the background or red, and then, you know, you can use Tom's favorite color, orange. Who knew Tom's favorite color was orange? I posted our dinner setup one night, Tom, on my personal Facebook page, and I asked people to pick which one was my spot, because I have the turquoise dishes for me, and everybody was like, "You're turquoise, and we see Tom too. He's the orange place setting."
Yeah, that was pretty easy.
Yeah. Tom's favorite color is orange. All right, I'm adding some extra sticky dots here, foam squares. You really don't need that many, but it is kind of nice to have it up nice and high and very secure for when you put it in the envelope. And then I promised we would do the sea glass. Yeah, I don't know why some people aren't getting the newsletter when they signed up. Yellow too. Rena's favorite color is yellow. Alicia's favorite color is red. Mine is turquoise and Tom's is orange. So I use Fiestaware dishes, and I got all the colors of everybody's favorite colors. So they know where they're sitting by the color of the place setting. Okay, now I will get that. You can also, don't forget, you can also turn it this way too. It's very cool that way. But it feels very sunny. So I'm going to cut this sea glass real quick and score it. And then we will have 2 cards. Then I'm going to show you one other one that I made earlier because I did want to test my theory to make sure that it would look good and feel good and work out. So I'll show you the one that I did. It is another sea glass one, and it is black, but I used a blue version of this, and I think you're going to like it. I also used the new kit with it because I thought since it was a sunshine or a sunburst kind of look that we could use a sunshine phrase. But I think orange would have been better for this extra card that I want to show you. But here are the 2 we made tonight. But here's one that I made with the blue. I used that blue color. See, this is the green version of that. And then I used Hello Sunshine, and that's from our Pocket Full of Sunshine card kit. And I added a few little embellishments there just for another option. So you can see how that looks. Maybe I should put this on green or something so that these cards are different. But anyway, that's what they look like. Now we're going to give away a gift card tonight. We're going to give away a $15 gift card. Oh, and here's one of those times where I got some glue on the surface. And I would just take my Mono Sand Eraser and just erase that right off because we don't want to see that when I take the photo. And I'll be taking high quality photos, sharing them on our Facebook page, and also here on my community tab on YouTube. So here are the 2 that I made tonight, and I will take a picture of this one too, just so that if you want to do this greeting, you can. All right, Tom, let's pick a winner.
All righty.
Get that out of the way. Which one do you like better?
I have to say, my favorite is the awesome.
The awesome one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it? Came together so fast. So this one was a little bit persnickety because we were going with 5 colors, but this one, just 1 color in every other one. Then your second card just fills in these spots, and these spots would be black. So 2 for 1, which is fun.
All right, shall we do a quick word of the day too before we give
Oh
away?
my gosh, yes. People are like, no word of the day? Yes, word of the day. I'm sorry, Tom. I was talking so much. Do the word of the day.
Okay, so the word of the day today is, you ever talk to somebody and for whatever reason it's too loud or you just don't understand what they're talking about, but you kind of smile like you do?
Yes.
Well, that's not understanding. That would be wonderstanding. Because you wonder what is going on. Wonderstanding. You just wondering. We won't even talk about wonderwear. So, word of the day.
That's very...
Let's give something away here. Okay, drum roll. Cheesy drum roll, please. And the winner is Barbara Taufer. Barbara Taufer.
Hey, Barbara, congratulations. You win a $15 gift card to Gina K Designs. All you have to do is send your name and email address to info@GinaKDesigns. That's whatever email address you want the gift card delivered to, and we will get that right out to you. Oh my gosh, Tom, this was fun tonight. I had a great time with everybody. I know lots of people are hunkering down in the basement. They may have lost power tonight, so if you're watching this on replay, we are thinking about you. We were thinking about you and hoping you're doing well. And Tom and I will be back on Thursday with another Stampin' Chat Live. We have a very busy week, too, I got to tell you. So Thursday, we're going to be live for our regular Crafternoon. Then Friday, during the day, Jennifer and I are going to go live together with another tag team video. And then Friday night, Rena and I are going to be on Craft Roulette. So I'll be sending a newsletter out about all of those so that you guys don't miss any of those. And I hope that you'll join us for all of them. In the meantime, stay safe and healthy. We love you all so very much. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.